Donald Trump has been given an unconditional discharge over hush money payments sent to porn star Stormy Daniels, avoiding jail before his inauguration later this month. The president-elect was given a legal slap on the wrist after Judge Juan Merchan said it was the only lawful sentence he could impose due to Mr. Trump's impending second term as president. There were, he said, a unique and remarkable set of circumstances surrounding Mr. Trump's 34-count conviction for falsifying business records and making hush money payments to Ms. Daniels. The sentence concludes a 2-year legal battle, which Mr. Trump has repeatedly called a politically motivated witch hunt. He has said he will appeal the sentence at the Supreme Court before taking office on January 20th. Mr. Trump was permitted to appear in the Manhattan courtroom via video link on Friday from Mar-a-Lago, the epicenter of the MAGA campaign. Inside the courtroom, Judge Merchan handed down the no-penalty sentence after refusing to repeat the aggravating factors in Mr. Trump's case, including his frequent attacks on the court, prosecutors, and judges. No sooner had the hearing concluded did the soon-to-be 47th United States President turn to Truth Social to label the sentence a despicable charade. He wrote, "Today's event was a despicable charade, and now that it's over, we will appeal this hoax, which has no merit, and restore the trust of Americans in our once great system of justice." "I was given an unconditional discharge," the president-elect added. "That result alone proves that, as all legal scholars and experts have said, there is no case, there was never a case, and this whole scam fully deserves to be dismissed. The real jury, the American people, have spoken by re-electing me with an overwhelming mandate in one of the most consequential elections in history. A conditional discharge would have required Mr. Trump to meet certain conditions, like maintaining employment or paying restitution. But today's Fry sentence means he will not be subject to any conditions, and concludes a case that saw the former and future president charged with 34 felonies, put on trial for almost 2 months, and convicted by a jury on every count. It means Mr. Trump will become the first American president to take the White House as a convicted felon. The hush money case accused Mr. Trump of fudging his business's records to veil a $130,000 payoff to porn actor Stormy Daniels. She was paid late in his 2016 campaign not to tell the public about a sexual encounter she maintains the two had a decade earlier. He says nothing sexual happened between them, and he contends that his political adversaries spun up a bogus prosecution to try to damage him. Prosecutors said Mrs. Daniels was paid off through Trump's personal attorney at the time, Michael Cohen, as part of a wider effort to keep voters from hearing about Trump's alleged extramarital escapades. Mr. Trump denies the alleged encounters occurred. His lawyers said he wanted to squelch the stories to protect his family, not his campaign. And while prosecutors said Mr. Cohen's reimbursements for paying Mrs. Daniels were deceptively logged as legal expenses, Mr. Trump claims that's simply what they were. His lawyers tried unsuccessfully to forestall a trial. Since his May conviction on 34 counts of falsifying business records, they have pulled almost every legal lever within reach to try to get the conviction overturned, the case dismissed, or at least the sentencing postponed. Mr. Trump was a private citizen and presidential candidate when Mrs. Daniels was paid in 2016. He was president when the reimbursements to Mr. Cohen were made and recorded the following year. His defense argued that immunity should have kept jurors from hearing some evidence, such as testimony about some of his conversations with then White House Communications Director Hope Hicks. After Trump won this past November's election, his lawyers argued that the case had to be scrapped to avoid impinging on his upcoming presidency and his transition to the Oval Office. The trial, which coincided with the presidential election race, was high risk for Mr. Trump. If had lost the election and the case, he would have almost certainly gone to prison. But a week before the sentencing, Judge Marchand deemed that an unconditional discharge appears to be the most viable solution amid concerns of presidential immunity. Sir, I wish you Godspeed as you pursue your second term in office. Thank you, he told the incoming U.S. president as the sentencing concluded. The sentence incensed Mr. Cohen, who was the key prosecution witness in the hush money trial. Mr. Cohen, who was Mr. Trump's lawyer, served 13.5 months in jail after pleading guilty to campaign finance charges and lying to Congress, rounded on his former boss on his social media channel. The sentencing was little more than political theater, Mr. Cohen said. In my entire legal career, I have never even heard of an unconditional dismissal being given to a defendant after a trial, he said. It means no incarceration. It also means no probation. It means virtually nothing. No accountability. Mr. Trump's felony convictions mean he will not be allowed to possess firearms. By law, every person convicted of a felony in New York must provide a DNA sample for the state's crime databank. Samples are collected after sentencing, typically when a defendant reports to probation, jail, or prison. Samples can also be taken by a court or police official.